The last time you saw me, I probably was in Rwanda traveling to Kenya, but it has been a while and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Oluwatimilane Thompson, popularly known as Timmy Thompson. I'm a 25-year-old that recently just moved to China, not recently, but like almost a year ago now. And yeah, this video I'm going to be taking you to the process of me moving to China and possibly everything I did in like the early stages. So yes, I moved to China, and if you follow my other social media pages, you possibly know this already. I moved to China September last year, and I've been here for almost a year now, which when I'm saying it, it's quite crazy. It has been quite the journey, and I'm really grateful to God because moving to a new country has its good and its down times, a lot of times, right? As a foreigner, in which way it has been good. It's been good. My friends and family have kept me going even from abroad, and it has been such a nice experience. Yeah, so this is my moving vlog / travel vlog of me moving to China, and I just really want to explain some things before we get into the video. Now, I've actually edited this video before, but I lost some clips, so I have to re-edit it. So this will now be like a narration vlog. So let's start from the very beginning of when I actually wanted to move to China. I wanted to move to China when I basically had interest about certain things, but at this point I was also pursuing my master's in another country. But I wanted to move to China separately, like just to live and just for like business stuff and everything, and just to experience life here basically. Now, prior to this, I've been watching a lot of videos, watching a lot of people, and just getting information. I came across the agency that I used in I think 2020, and I decided I was going to go with them. But at that time I had a lot on my plate, and plus I also did not know if my mom was easily going to approve. Now fast forward to 2022 was when I made the bold move and decided, okay, even actually for 1 year in my life, I'm going to live in China. So moving on to 2022, I decided to move to Lagos at the end of 2022, and I moved January 2023. At this point, I was actively pursuing moving to China, but something happened, and the agency I used, I didn't proceed with them because of several things. Obviously, my money went, and this is another thing I'll possibly talk about possibly another day. I got another agency in that same 2023, and I decided to start using them. However, it was such a long journey, and I actually thought I was going to be traveling this year in 2025. So it was quite a rush at this point. I actually, got all my papers and everything sorted to actually move to China. So let's fast forward to my visa process and everything. Now, when I was researching about visas, I obviously knew that there was going to be there's a consulate in Lagos and there's another consulate in Abuja, and everybody just kept telling me to go to Abuja, that Abuja was better. Abuja is like a saner place, and there were a lot of political things happening in the Lagos, political in that sense, like political things happening like in the Lagos consulate, just handle like with agents and stuff like that. At this point I decided to get an agent, so maybe that it would be easier for me to apply in Lagos, and this was like the beginning of my downfall. God, see, when I say in this process, agents took my money, they scammed me. I don't even want to call it what it was. Like what I told my friend when moving here, that the money I used to move to China alone, like for my own pocket, like when I used to like pay people and stuff like that, just so unnecessary, like so unnecessary. And because I just wanted the process to go so smoothly, I decided to like go with agents, and I ended up doing everything myself at the end of the trip. I mean, I'm talking about when it came to my visa. Yes, I decided to go with like the one from China and everything. Promised that they were going to handle the visa, but when it was time to handle it, they gave me another agent to use, and they were like, I'll have to pay from my own pocket. It was so annoying because of how much I had paid this agency in the first place. But like, you know what, it's fine. I just expected better. I found an agent and I decided to work with them for the visa, and this person just made my life, I'll say, in living hell. And it was just so annoying because like the reason why I paid this person was at that time when I was doing my visa, I was very busy, and I paid you so that I would like my busy schedule and everything. And mind you, most of these monies I was paying were not small. So at the end of the day, I ended up traveling to Abuja to do my visa. I did my visa. By the time I got my visa done, it was already possibly time for me to actually leave to China, and I wanted to wait for like a few days, but like the difference in the flights was just like quite ridiculous. Like let me leave now. So I just had like a week to move my stuff, and that was why I didn't really even vlog that part. Like even in my original vlog, I didn't vlog that part. Then I set out for Lagos. In the midst of all this running around packing up my stuff, I made sure to say goodbye to my friends and my family. My friends followed me to the airport, and my mom also, and it was such an emotional moment because I was leaving my friends, like no, I want them with me all the time. But any which way, I thank God for everything that happened and how it happened. flight was, I think, exactly 48 hours, like the whole flight, 3 flights. So from Lagos to Qatar, from Qatar to Chengdu, and from Chengdu to my city. And the layover between each was like, you know, quite long. The shortest layover was the one from Chengdu to my city, Chengdu, China to my city. But then my flight in Qatar was delayed. And I had initial plans for Qatar to explore Qatar and the likes. But when I landed at Qatar, so our flight from Nigeria was a bit delayed. And when we landed in Qatar, so tired. It was such a nice travel experience. Actually, I was able to get a hotel. I was, you know, I experienced the airport. I'm going to be putting the clips as I'm talking. To be very honest, it was actually a smooth journey, like a smooth process, even though, like, you know, agents are agents, and it was actually a smooth journey. I'm also thankful for them. To be very honest, they taught me vital lessons. Not really vital, but like they just taught me to, like, no, you can do it yourself even if you're busy. At least I ended up doing it myself at the end of the day. Definitely, I think that I want to travel to Qatar again, possibly very soon, because I'm really like want to travel now any which way. And that was my travel experience basically.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I get smoked already so hard in my blunt is. I see guys pretty faces, so I got trouble trusting.
Guys, this is my dress. I feel like it's a bit too much for the airport, honestly. Like, see, but it's a very nice dress and it has pockets.
But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. No prayer talk come through, it's time to break it. No condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had to pass from the recreate the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. First time we did it. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time, what's the rush? Take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a man.
Hi guys, it's almost midnight and all I can say is more like this has been a very long trip. And my hotel now, this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you the room, but you can see my face, I'm tired, I'm hungry. The hotel,
You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had to pop from the recreate the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. First time we did it. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be
it's not hot, it's not cold, rather. The weather is too hot. It's just like end of summer stuff. But yeah, I want to go to bed. I believe tomorrow I have things to do. I think the first thing I want to do tomorrow is to grab a bite. Like, I want to eat. I've been checking stores. I also want to go to the mall. I want to get like some things. But anyway, yes, I will see you later. Bye. So let's go to the question of why I moved to China. To be very honest, it was like I mentioned, it's something that I really wanted to do for a long time, and it was my decision, you know. And people ask me this question just because, oh, can I come? Is it a good place to come? Is it a good place to come and work? Is it a good place to come and study? Like, you know, it's your own personal decision, to be very honest. For me, like I said, it was a thing of like, oh, I want to go to China. Like, I need to experience China for at least a year. To be very honest, when I was coming to China, I didn't plan to stay for long. And like, even like with the way, I just wanted to come for like 6 months or a year, or like with everything, I just, okay, let me actually stay for maybe at least a year or two, and then I can decide if I want to stay longer, if like it's what I want. And if you follow my other social media, you know that I'm also going for a PhD. So I'm not thinking, should I do my PhD here? But then doing PhD is actually a long process. So I'm also like, no, my family, I also like my family. I want to spend more time with my family. So maybe go somewhere that is closer to my family. No, decisions every day. Any way that God wants it to be, I'm down. But yeah, that is my travel to China story. I had to narrate it because, you know, most of the clips are here and there, and I'll be creating more videos and more vlogs. My first full day in China is the next one that you're going to watch, and I really do hope that you enjoyed the video. I also went house hunting and also putting out my house together. I promise to vlog more and to continue recording videos, because at this point, you know, a lot of you are actually interested in the videos I make from my other platforms, and I promise to keep up. And yeah, thank you very much for sticking by me for all these years of my inconsistency. But I promise I'm going to do better now. So yeah, bye guys, and I will see you in my next video.